What's up guys, it's Mitch from the DIYRecordingstudios.com, and today I've got a cool unboxing video of some awesome equipment that just arrived in the studio. It's by a company called Skulptor, and we'll get to it in a sec. So yeah, I woke up this morning and a package had arrived for me, and it was this new gear that I'd bought from a company called Skulptor. And what they do is they build these great DIY kits, and what they are is that they're recreations of famous, well-known preamps and EQs, and they've got compressors on there as well. And basically the guys at Skulptor design these in a way that you can assemble them. They package all the components and then give you a whole heap of really clear, really precise instructions and well detailed instructions on how to build the kits. And all these kits are designed to fit the 500 series format, so if you've got a 500 series chassis that you can slot these into, well then you're all good to go. So I've just recently bought a rack, I'm waiting for that to come in, and these kits have just arrived today. So it's going to be awesome, but what we might do today is just unbox it, have a look at what's actually in the kit. Yeah, because it's pretty exciting. Basically, I'm going to be building a new tube preamp, two 1073 style preamps. So if you don't know what they are, they're the Neve 1073s. They're very famous preamps. And then alongside those, I've actually got two Neve 1073 EQs as well. So basically, I'm going to have three vintage preamps, two transformer based, one tube based, and then the Neve style EQs to accompany those Neve preamps. So effectively I'm going to have a few new channels of analog sounding stuff to add in the studio, and hopefully the tube stuff is going to complement my ribbon microphone and a couple of other microphones and setups I've been using. And then of course the Neve 1073 stuff, they're used on a lot of sound sources, and I might also do some sessions where I'll use them to mix outside the box, outside of my Cubase sessions, and then go back in and print to tape that way as well. So there's going to be a whole heap of new uses, and essentially what I'm going to be doing is hybridizing my studio. So I'm going from completely in the box studio to slowly building some outboard gear, so then I've got this hybrid vintage sort of stuff to work with as well that's going to really add more to my mixes and more to my tracking as well. Like obviously you want to capture the best quality sound on the way into your recording session first, so that's going to hopefully take up my tracking sessions a notch as well. So it's really exciting and I'm keen to show you the gear, so let's jump into it. I've got a knife here. Alright, so here's the box that came today. Obviously there's a lot of components and stuff in here. Awesome. Got my invoice. So you see inside the box, everything's packaged pretty nicely. The other component we got as well in the kit was a extender kit. Basically what I'll be building with that is an extension lead to come outside the 500 series rack. So I can test it, but it can be powered up outside of the rack to make it easier to do all the final testing. It's going to be cool. Let's have a look. Alright. So then there's 5 boxes. This says EQ 573, so this is one of the EQs. And you can see on the box it's got a link to all the... It's got a link to the documents. Zooms in. It's got a link to the documents there, but I already have actually downloaded them because I'm a total nerd and I'm super keen to get building on these, so I've already got and downloaded all those. So that's a 1073 and it feels very heavy. That'd be all the very high quality transformers that are going to be in that, I think. So that's exciting. So it's an EQ and a preamp. This one right here is the MP73. So it's the tube preamp. That's going to be an exciting build as well. I've not really ever used any tube preamps. I've not had enough experience on those, unfortunately. But this tube pre is based on the Bill Putnam Universal Audio 610, I'm to believe. So that's going to be an interesting one to build. And then we've got another EQ and another preamp. And those preamps are bloody heavy, I'll tell you what. And that's it. Cool, so what I might do... So maybe we'll just open some of them up and have a look what's inside. What do we got here? 573. This is the 573 preamp. Man, this is so exciting. Oh, cool. So what they come with is the detailed component sheets. All the parts are labeled in there. That's amazing. Alright, so I've actually already downloaded that, but it's pretty cool that they actually print it out and package it for you as well. So thanks for that, guys. That's amazing. Then, nicely wrapped in the box, we've got all of our components. There's all our switches and dials and pots. We've got bags full of resistors. Get that in focus. Bags full of resistors and diodes. And basically all the complex components are in here. It's amazing. They're all baggied up. Here we've got... This is the chassis front plate, or face plate. It's got that very Neve kind of look, which is going to be rad. And then I just think I spotted... There it is. This guy. This famous looking Neve style switch. So if you've seen that switch before, it's what you would normally see on a Neve 1073 preamp. So that's what we're going to be doing. It's amazing. And then it's got the side plate in there. Everything's really nicely packaged. It's quite incredible. Everything's set out in a way that makes sense for the build. Might just pop that in for a sec. And then, neatly wrapped up are the main components to go into this pre. So, first off is this guy. Now, if you can read the text, move those wires away. It says Carnhill. Oh, Carnhill is the famous transformer manufacturer that built those transformers for the Neve 1073. It's a very integral part of that preamp's sound. So it's quite incredible. It's interesting to feel. It's very, very heavy, very powerful transformer, obviously. And that's a very integral part of the Neve 1073 preamp sound. So yeah. It's amazing to even hold one in the hands. And then the second one we have here is another Carnhill transformer. Is this guy here. And that's the second Carnhill transformer. So basically the Neve 1073 is a two-stage transformer circuit, and they're the two transformers that are very integral to the sound of the overall preamp. So very high quality components, and then that's how we're going to get that higher quality preamp sound. So it's pretty exciting. And then underneath those is the last pieces, which are the actual printed circuit boards. So some of them I'm going to have to break apart when I build it. But yeah, so there's some smaller bits up here that need to be taken apart. But yeah, that's the... all of those components basically solder to that, and then we've got our preamp, hopefully. So that'll be really exciting. I'm super keen to get that happening in a couple of weeks. I've got one more week of teaching and then we're on holidays, so I'm going to be building them in the holidays. It's going to be super amazing. So yeah, like as you can see, there's some amazing quality components. Sound Skulptor actually really packaged this gear together really neatly and very organized and in a way that makes sense. So it's going to be really quick to put the gear together because I don't have to sort through all the fiddly little bits of components and figure out what's where. Yeah, it's great. So good start. Everything's there by the seams of it. So that's the MP73 or Neve style preamp that you can get from Sound Skulptor. Check out their website. They've got a heap of amazing vintage 500 series kits that you can build. And if you're not proficient with soldering, you can actually get them to build them for you for a small fee as well. So I believe that it still comes in cheaper than buying a 1073 from Neve or from BAE or any of the other sort of Neve clone sort of companies. So it's a really good option if you're working in a budget studio but you're ready to start taking that next step into professional preamps and hybridizing your studio. So this is really like the next level for me, so I'm super excited to do this. I'm going to be doing some build videos, and I'm also going to do some videos, obviously, testing the preamps once they're finished. So it's going to be a really exciting project over the next few weeks. But yeah, stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, click like, click subscribe down below. And if you've got any questions about Sound Skulptor gear that we looked at today or anything else on my channel, please hit me up in those comment sections down below. I'm Mitch from the DIYRecordingstudio.com, and I'll catch you soon.